Welcome everyone to the OUSA Monthly Forum for June. We have Videlin Alexiev, who has been maintaining the event register system for several years now, to present about the new version that is going live in a few days. Maybe it's live already.
It's live already 2 days ago.
So some of you have been able to try it out. Anyway, he will show us what the new functions are, and he's managed to speed things up quite a lot in some places. Uh, just normal housekeeping stuff. Please stay muted unless you have the floor. Vito is willing to take questions throughout, but please use the raise your hand function in Google Meet rather than just breaking in verbally, not to derail his train of thought. You can put comments into the text chat anytime, of course. If you aren't comfortable being recorded, as we're recording this as usual, either don't speak or don't show yourself or leave, whatever it takes to make you comfortable. With that, Videlin, please go ahead.
Okay, hello everyone, and thank you for joining today for my presentation of the new version of the event register. I first want to thank you for all people that helped me last couple of weeks to test the new version. The new version was installed a couple of days under different URL, of course, not the official URL of the system, and was accessible for a few people that helped me to find problems, give me some suggestions. So thank you for that. The next thing is I want to apologize for the problems with the event register uh, last few years. Actually, there are things that were not working. I tried to fix some of them. I think I was able to fix most of the problems, but there are a couple of problems that actually some of the problems are the reason of this new version now. So I want to start first to show you. Hopefully, it will be quick. I want to go through all the changes. Actually, those are mostly the visible changes to the system because there are many changes behind the hood. There, it's a pretty much, let's say, 80–90% right of the code. I'm not sure how many of you have technical background. Are you interested of the technical perspective of the changes? If you do so, I will just go through those changes very quickly. Our the server that we are using for the system, it's a Linux, Ubuntu Linux. It was very old version, out of support. We had to update the version. The same thing with the PHP version. The event register system is built on PHP, and the PHP version that the system was using was old, and we had to update it. It's pretty much the same for many other libraries that the system was using. So some of them, including even PHP, there was some breaking changes. So it is not just to update the the, the library or something like that. I need to change the way how the library was used. There was some old libraries that are not used anymore, or just they are out of support, and I had to replace them with something else. Um, Also, I don't know, probably no one of you know that actually the old event register, there were two separate applications, two separate systems. They were pretty much entirely separate. the list of the events was in one system, and if you click on the register button, it will send you to the other system. The same with the user. When you sign in, you see your events. If you click configure, it will send you to the second system. Uh, it was it was difficult to maintain and support, so I had to merge the two applications in one. Also, I had to change the way the code was written, just to bring it up to the current code standards. Um, and maybe the one reason that I had to do, especially the switch 2 days ago, our orienteering USA membership system, it's a third-party system. They they changed their APIs Saturday, so I had no choice, but I need to switch to the new version of the event register new version, because the old one will not work in 2 days. Well, it will work, but the part when the participants can use their Orienteering USA membership to fulfill the registration form, that part will not work, and the event organizers to check the OUSA membership status, that part will not work. So that's for about the technical changes I had to make. And now I want to move to the changes that are actually related to the event organizers. And this presentation will focus on how the changes affect the event organizers. It is not. I will show how the few changes that are made for the participants, but this is mostly for the event organizers. Um, uh, I see you there. Can I use last flying peak event for my demonstration to show the changes?
Yes, that's fine with me. Guy,
Okay.
that's with you?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Your event was how to say it was a complicated event, and you can see all the stuff there, and I like that actually, and I appreciate that there are event organizers using the full potential of the event registers. Okay, the first thing I don't, probably many of you try to create a event register user account last year or so. The system wasn't sending, the old version wasn't sending the registration emails with the temporary password. So I assume many people try to register account, but they never receive their temporary password, so they couldn't use their account. So that was actually part of this two system. Old the old way the one of the system was using to send emails wasn't working anymore. I tried to fix it many times, but I was not able. I don't even know the reason why it was not working. So that part was rebuilt. Now the system sends those emails if you want to create. If you're not, if you don't have event register account, you can go and create account. You should receive an email with a temporary password that you can use, and then you can change the password and use whatever you want. The other change is the new version. You will not be able to create a user account if there is already user account with the same email. So if you in the past you try to create an account you couldn't or you forgot your password and try to create a new account now with the same email, you will receive an error. In those cases, you can try to recover your account. You can reset your password by using your email and username. If you don't remember username, you need to contact me so I can help you to recover the access to your account. The other change, it's a very small change, but there were a lot of questions. Let me sign in my account. Actually, there was many questions. Do we have user guides or some kind of documentation of the system? In general, we don't, but we most of the pages are self-explanatory, and I add here everyone with account can access this link to a few documents, instructions with the screenshots of some specific cases. Okay, let's move to the other thing. Now I will try to find line pick registration. And we'll go through the other changes here. There are a couple of small changes if they are related to the configuration. Page, event dates. First, there are two new checkboxes. Let me just show you what they're doing actually. Page. This is something new that it's I will explain later. I will give you some details later and probably some demonstration event. Those buttons are actually menus are new. Now the participants can go and use those links to add, for example, in this case, this Sunday to their Google Calendar or to their Apple Calendar, or those are most popular calendars that are in use. On the left side, you can use these links to add the event date to your calendar. On the right side, you can use those links to add the, the, the registration deadline to your calendar. So it's a thing I hope the participants will like. But in some cases, they're not good. For example, there are clubs that are using the event register for their membership. There is no real event. There is no deadline, registration deadline, or something like that. So those clubs, they may just disable those two buttons from here, the two new checkboxes. The other small change, it's I try to simplify a little bit form. The old version, let me see, do I have old version? Yeah, I do have the old version. The old version is using two separate fields for the registration deadlines. The date and time, they're separate. In the new version, they're together. But this is mostly cosmetic thing. You can click and do pretty much the same thing. Let's move to the next thing. The still for the event configurations, event details. The change here is this rich text view editor. The old version, you need to use HTML. You need to know a little HTML to do that. Let me show the difference. Here you can actually use the buttons on the top to change your event description. On top of that, the new version is validating your HTML, because behind the scene it's HTML. Because on the old version there are some people, if you make a mistake in this HTML, it will affect all other events in the list, because in general it's a big HTML with many events, and if of the events has a wrong HTML, it will break the other events. Even a day or two ago, I went through the events. I believe there was an event that they used bold. I'm not sure which one. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, I don't want to spend more time for this. But if you, for example, like here, there they have bold text. I think it was this actually. If they don't close the bold text at the end of their description, all events below are bold. So that one event can break all other events. So with the new version, this pretty much is not possible. There is no many changes on this page, so let's move to the next one. Event payments. There are a couple of new things here. Let's go on the same thing, old version. And now we have here multiple checkboxes. You can enable and disable some of the method of payment. First, to explain, all online payments are going through PayPal, regardless if the participant has a PayPal account or not. They can use their credit card. They don't need to have a PayPal account to pay, but the event organizer, they still need to have a PayPal account to receive the payment. So in general, any type of online payment, it's relying on the PayPal. There were the new method of payment that probably most people will like. It's Venmo. So in general, by default, if you enable PayPal, it will be enabled by default. Of course, if you don't want, I don't see the reason someone will disable that, but just in case if there is any reason, event organizers, they can disable that. Same thing for the credit card. Usually event organizers, they will accept, they want participant to be able to pay with credit card, because otherwise people without PayPal account cannot pay. The other two options are different, PayPal credit, pay later, but I don't know, I don't like them, so just there is an option we can enable them as well. The last new thing here is this webhook ID. This is still experimental. The idea is, actually this is something that a different way to do something that we already had before. The idea is, if you go to your PayPal account, the event organizers go to their PayPal account, they can do a refund from there. And the idea of this is the way the PayPal to tell event register system, hey, there is a refund to this transaction. So we can, the event register can record this refund here. That functionality was available years ago, but during some changes, it wasn't working. It was done different way back then. I will make a few seconds break. Any questions?
See the comment box.
Sorry?
There are questions in the comment box.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, right. Okay, oh, I see your questions. Okay. No, the duplicate user accounts are still there. At some point, I need to go through all of them. I probably will send emails to those users to ask them which one to keep. So the answer is no, but should be done soon. For the which registration deadline? The last deadline, when the registration closes. Zelle for payments. This is, from technical point of view, this is not difficult to implement. I just need to add a couple of fields in the database to show the barcode or the QR code on the page. Technically, it's not a big problem. The problem here is the liability. When we use PayPal, PayPal is responsible to validate all accounts, event organizers accounts, participant accounts. They're responsible, they're liable for all transactions. If there is something wrong with the transaction, they're liable. In case with Zelle, it's different because Zelle, there is no third party involved. So if right now event register is open system, everyone can create an account, everyone can create a fake event and collect fees and then run away. Because this is Orienteering USA website, OUSA will be liable for this stolen money. So the problem is not technical, the problem is legal. In order to implement Zelle payment for the event register, you may need to have some event organizers validation to make sure all event organizers, all events are not fake. They're real events. So it's more complicated. The legal part is more complicated than the technical part. Did that answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
Is there an easy way to create teams or groups? The teams, there were teams even in old versions. So the answer is yes. But it's not something new. It was already there. Apple Pay and Google Pay, I need to do some research. I cannot answer this question right now. Why not? So if we have more method of payments, it's better, definitely. So just, I don't know how to do it right now. I need to do some research about this. Okay, no more questions at this point. I can move on. The next, let's move to the next change. It's a race. It's a entirely new. It is not new. The workflow is pretty much the same. My changes didn't change the overall workflow. So there is no something brand new that was not before there. Just most of the times it's, well, there are a couple of things that are brand new, but I will go to them a little bit later. So this is the new screen that we can configure your races or just a race for local events if you have only one single race. Let me see, can I open the old version? As I can see, this screen it's not consistent with the rest of the system. This page, it was probably from the very first version of the Event Reg. The dates are incorrect. The order is incorrect.
No, now they don't look incorrect. Now that's what I saw. Never mind.
Okay. This looks a little bit more modern, but in general, it's the same. The functionality wise, there is a new function here, copy. So you can, especially in this case, when you have 3 races for 3 days, you can create the first race and then copy that first race multiple times. If you, of course, if you have the same courses and the same classes, it will be very helpful. You don't need to set up different the same classes and the same courses again for each day. You can just copy and you'll create another race. The next new thing is the courses and classes setup itself. This is the new version. This is the old version. Of course, the first thing it's the design. It's more modern than before. This the new thing here. I think the old one. Oh, I'm the wrong. This is the races. Okay, I'm clicking the wrong place. One of the new things is, yeah, this. I believe the old version also you can drag and drop. And you can do this in the new version as well. It's a little bit more modern. You can add new courses or just use the standard ones. Let's move to the next screen. This is the class configuration screen. Usually for big events you will use this. You can import this from the standard OUSA classes. So, but in some cases, do you have anything custom here? Did you change anything from the standard classes? I think they're all standard, right? Yes, I can see. It's all.
We had a separate male and female wide open.
Sorry?
We use separate male and female wide open instead of combined.
Oh, okay, okay. So you did small changes here and there. The old version, yeah. The first thing, the old version is very slow. If I click here, you need to wait, 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 and wait, and wait a little bit more. Well, yeah, okay, finally. So this is of course changed. The new version, you can just open the screen. It's pretty much, you can open immediately. But the general idea is pretty much the same. It's more modern design and optimizations. Okay, let's move to the next. Let me see. Any questions? Do you want me to go on one event? The races? Is that what you are asking? Okay, let me. This is my local database, so I will not. Pretty much I will keep everything safe. And you have a new race. Of course, you need to change few things, the name, the description, if you want different fees, but in general, it's already there. With everything, with all, okay, that wasn't expected. I need to check that part. But the copy is not complete, so I need to double check this. But I will fix that. That's the way to copy a race. And it should copy everything, including the courses and the classes. I can delete this now. Okay, let's move to the next change. This is the custom question or item. Open the old version. Yeah, for Flying Pig, there are many custom questions. You can see their registration is very complex. In the old version, yeah, you can see the hierarchy of the categories, subcategories, and items. But I believe this tree-like view it's more easily to see. In addition to just the view, you can actually modify everything very easily. It supports the context menu that you can open by clicking with the right mouse button. You can add questions, you can edit current category, selected one, or even copy the category. Also, this supports drag and drop. Let me. You asked me how to copy a category at the end, right? Let's move this one
Yes.
to the end. You can do it even if it is not collapsed, but it's a little bit more difficult to find the right spot. Can I find the right? Okay, I was able to find the right spot. Yes, but if you just say collapse all, it's much easier to do it this way. The other very, I believe it's a helpful function. You can copy and paste the whole category with all items in it. For example, I want that will copy subcategory and we'll paste it here. Of course, you need to go and edit the new subcategory, change the name, the description, and of course, the new category has all the same questions. This can help if you want to have if you have similar questions. For example, you have you're selling a T-shirt and you have 5-6 sizes, and then you have another color T-shirt or the third color T-shirt with the 5 sizes, and you can use this just to once you create one category or subcategory, you can just copy and paste the category again and again reuse everything you already built. Okay, let me see. Okay, no, I don't see questions so far. Let's move to this is a pretty much big change. The next change is the item configuration itself. I will go one of these. The old version, you guys will see which one. Something easier. 3 times clearance. It means the first time. Okay, again, this has this rich text editor here, so it's easier to do your description pretty. The old version you had to use HTML to do that. The other change, big change, is actually the old version. If you want to create or modify item, there is a two-step process. This is the first step. You need to set the name, the short name, description, and the type of the item. And then when you press save, you will go to the second step to configure other stuff here. This is option select. So you need to set up all these options here for these custom purchase. In the new version, actually, you can see the options here. So you have one screen. There is no two-step, just one single page. You can modify everything and just press the save button, and everything will be done. Here, in this case, it's a select option item, so you can drag and drop. This event was created with the old version. Usually, you shouldn't see 0, but this event was created with the old system, so the old system was using 0. I have a discussion with Guy about this earlier today or yesterday about that. Do you accept my solution? Just what? Please select ... as a first option.
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, because we discussed this with you. You asked me what if you don't want a default option.
Yes.
Because the old system was using 0 as a default, if you don't have a 0 order, you don't have a default option. The new version actually will not use this. The first option here in the list will be always the default. So if you want to have, if you don't want to have a select option, you can do just very similar to this, not applicable, or please select. So that should work, I believe. Okay, I will cancel this. It's my local database, so it doesn't really matter. Let's move to the next change. Let's see where I am. I want to find myself in my list. Okay, I think for that part it's for the event configuration. That's all the changes. Questions? If no questions, I will move to the next section. Event manage. I will go to that section here in the system. Want to pick this, you click on manage. Now, the first big change is this screen. Again, the workflow is not changed. The general idea is the same. You can click here and you can manage all the registration of your event, all the registration for your event. Let me do the same here. It looks pretty much the same. The main difference is when you click here. Okay, let me open mine. I will need someone to volunteer. So if I open the registration, I can you will see some personal information. So I want someone, if someone volunteer to open his registration, I will be very happy.
You can open mine, Bromer.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't go to that event. Never mind.
Okay, I need someone that went to Flying Pig last Flying Pig.
You can certainly open mine, but I didn't run any races. I just bought a couple extras.
Okay, let's try.
MIN, a little further down there. Almost the bottom of the screen. MIN, just above Minto.
Okay, this is you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know NC. I see that. Okay, this is the new version. Let me open the old version. The first thing is the old version opens the details for the registration inside the grid. This is the first difference. The second difference is I split the all sections to different tabs. So actually the screen you can see it's not that big. Here you can see everything related to the payment of the registration. On the second screen you'll see the contact information. On the third screen you will see the special events information and so on. Races, Mike, you didn't turn anything, so they're nothing here. I need to see, but probably this is because you never didn't run anything. So it's the first one. And maybe need to show NC here instead. So I don't know what do you think about this change. And for this, especially in this case, Flying Pig, they have many custom icons. And this, the screen with the details for the registration, it's very long. You need to scroll a lot. So my idea was to try to have a smaller screen and show you only part of the information that we need. Just you need to use the different tabs and go to each tab, wherever tab you need to go. And of course, custom items tab has a lot of stuff here. And I also use this section. So this is the categories, all different categories. And you can open each of them. If you open another, the other one will close. So my idea was to keep the screen small. I was asked, can I actually do it the other way? Can I open all of them? So I add this checkbox on the top. So if you prefer to see all answer of all custom questions, you can click on that checkbox and all will be open at once. So of course, in this case, you will have a long, big screen and you need to scroll to wherever you want. Of course, you can go and close some of them if you don't want to see all them at once, or open them in any order. And again, if you uncheck the box, if you go back to the previous functionality one at a time. Okay, let me see. We have questions here. Please select the options will allow people, to submit without actually making a choice rather than, that's. I don't think it's please select, it is a choice. Why you think you trigger a validation error? It will not trigger a validation error in this case. It's just the first choice.
Right, and if it's a choice that we want somebody to pick one or the others of those things, right? If the previous setup was don't pre-select something, and I need my participant to select yes or no, then if they didn't select yes or no, then previously it would be a validation error. They need to go back and select something. So if they skip that question now, then I need to go back and chase them down and find out what their answer actually was.
There is a different type of question for yes and no. So you can use the other one. So they have no choice. There is only two options, yes and no. Let me
That's
go.
fine. I don't need to see it because my club doesn't use Event Reg all that often. So that's fine. I just wanted to talk through that scenario. Thanks.
Even the old version, you can, especially if you don't set up a default option, you can just leave it as is. It wasn't required to pick an option before. This is not pretty much the same. It is not.
Okay. If there wasn't a way to do multi-select with it being required before, then yeah, not a problem. And
no, it wasn't a way. You can leave it without, unless you only have the options there. But if they just leave the default one, they will pick the default one. Still pick something.
Okay, great, no problem. Thanks.
So that part didn't change much.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. There's another question about USA members. Okay, where to come? Well, yes, non-USA members need to enter all the information manually. There is no other way. How to pull your info if you're not all USA member, how to find your record and pull that information. There is no way. How you can prove that you're that person. or not pulling someone else's personal information. So if there is no username and password, it's not possible. It's not a good practice to show someone else data without confirming that this is really you. Okay, let's. Okay, yeah, I see. Anyway, not applicable if it's a way to do it, or if you, or please select, they can leave it as is. Staying please select, yes. Okay, let's move to the next change. Yeah, this screen was a big work. I mean, I spent weeks for that. It wasn't easy. And I see there's still a couple of things that needs to be adjusted. Let's move to the next change. We already 24 minutes. The next change is member. It is not actually a change, especially it's not visible change. I may ask some of you, have you used this membership report before? Well, the answer is yes, I know. Did you use the button here, update? And if you
Yes.
use that button, how much time it takes to update?
Several seconds per registrant. So should I walk away from this thing, come back like 10 minutes later, and I might be done?
Okay, I know the APIs that are in use, the old ones and even the new ones, they're not that fast, they're slow. So the new version, actually, I'm afraid to test that in a big event like this. So
Yeah, I don't recommend doing mine. You're showing this, demonstrating this with mine. Or
yeah, I will not press the button. It may take a lot of time. I don't know, or I may even crash the system because the APIs, there is a limit. The Neon, they put some limit. You cannot do more than 10 calls per second. There is a limit like that. No more than 10 calls per second. And each call takes 4, 5, 6 seconds. And it will be, yeah. So the new version is using, it's optimized and hopefully will work better. But again, it's a question mark here. Okay, let me move to the next change. It's the message center. This is the place where the event organizers can send messages, both messages. They can send multiple messages at once to their participants. There are two different types of messages that we can send. The first one is just you want to let all participants about something, delays, change of plans, weather updates or whatever. The second, it was the same in the previous version. The idea it was the same. The new thing, the message to send a message to the coaches. It will send there's a flag during the registration that coaches can say yes, I'm a coach. So it will send message emails only to them. You can send waiver reminders to all people that didn't complete their waiver. Same thing for the people that didn't pay for their registration. And we can use this to send the start times to everyone. And I will show probably the last one. You can, this is the screen, you can, the email will be auto-generated with the start times, all this stuff. You can, in addition to that, you can add additional message to the participant. I don't want to add anything, not message, it is not required, just I can Let's review. This is a random registration from someone. And this is how the email should look like when they receive. Other emails are very similar. Of course, the first one, you have to enter a message because there is nothing else. The message is required. And this is on the top is the brand new part. I don't know how many of you use this functionality before with the old version. If you want the old version, when you send messages to all participants or just part of them, the system were sending them at that moment, one by one. And the old system will show one screen, one page that says, please don't close this page, wait until all messages are sent, and you need to wait for, I don't know, minutes? How much time takes usually?
It's faster than the membership thing, but I think it's set up in order to avoid spam being. Yeah.
Yes. There is a delay between each message, so the email servers, Google, Yahoo, all those other servers, doesn't think that it's a spam or something. So yeah, this is again that I have a delay between the messages, for the same reason. But the new version, you can send the messages and then do something else. You can close the screen. You can and here on the bottom, actually you will see your messages and the progress of this batch in near real time. It will refresh every few seconds. And you can see if you have hundreds of emails, they will take, I guess, 5-10 minutes. I don't know how much. I didn't test with big amount of emails. But you can monitor the progress here. You can see how many were sent, how many failed. You can even pause the sending and resume the sending. There will be buttons here. Let me see. I have a special. You don't have that screen, but it should look like similar like this. Those are actually real messages from yesterday, I believe, right? Yes. Someone sent emails to their participants. Very similar thing you will see. Of course, you will see only the messages for this event. You cannot see other events messages here. Only the batches for this event and the progress. If there are some failed messages, you can try to resend them again. There will be a button resend. The system will resend the failed messages. Okay, let's see. Are there any questions? Okay, there was a discussion about, I guess, members and non-members. Just there is no way, if you don't have credentials for a system, to use your information from previous times. There is just no technical way to do it. Yeah, they need to type something, but it should be something secret, because I don't want to expose personal information to the public. It's not, no way. Okay, let's continue then. I think just a discussion about this, no actually questions. Any questions about this? This is something brand new, so I was expecting questions here. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Let's go back to the manage page. The next thing, it's the new thing is the start lists. There's no big change there. There's just a new option that if you want, you can use it. Let me open this start list for Saturday. Yeah, you can see here all the start times. This is the first option. Yeah, you have a very early start that day. 1 hour earlier.
Trust me, I missed it.
Okay. In this case, you can, because let me go back. There's a warning message actually here. I put a warning message. This warning message. There is 2 ways to show the start list. With empty time slots or without the empty time slots. The idea is here is sometimes the start crew, they change the start times. Some people are late for their start, or the last moment registration, or something like that. And the start crew, they just try to find an empty spot for your age group and add it to manually, just write, okay, this is the person starting in this time. So this is useful if you print this page and use it. Well, in this case, because guy has a 1 hour earlier start, there are 59 empty spots until the first real start. And then you can see here and there you have empty lines. And the start crew can use this to put someone to change the start time. The other option is, if you, for this specific, I will need to go back quickly to the race configuration. Let me go back. If you change, there is a field that says start interval. Let me go to that field very quickly. I believe this was Saturday. This field here. This is the start interval in seconds. If you remove this and not specifying the start interval, I will say this, that I changed this, it wasn't there. I changed this for just before the presentation. And if we go back to the start list, for that race, there is no empty spots now, no empty slots. All it's compressed. So it's optional. That's the new change. I believe the old version was only with empty slots. The new version, you can choose whatever you want. Okay, next change. This is not that important. The new URLs are a little bit shorter. I don't think that's important. There is I believe it's the button wasn't there before. You can just click on this button and to copy the URL And you can use this URL in your group website, so the people can just jump from your group website directly to the registration. In this case, I think it's closed. It will show that it's closed. Yeah, closed. That was expected. And the same thing with the start time, start list or registration list link. You can use these two buttons to copy and paste these two links in your group website, so the participant can directly jump to them. There is another change. I will show that later. This is for the national ranking events. If you're event organizer for a national ranking event, they are not free. The event register is free only for local events. There is a $75 usage fee that each group that hosts a national ranking event needs to pay to Orienteering USA. Until now, the procedure was you need to send a check or you need to make a PayPal payment, then send an email to someone in Orienteering USA, and that person need to send me an email to say this group paid their fee. So I can go to the system and mark the event as paid, so the event organizer can open the registration. And sometimes it takes a couple of days to do that. And a couple of cases, the event organizers, they paid the last moment. They just want to open the registration tomorrow, they paid today, and they were nervous why it's not ready. Well, sometimes I'm not home, I'm away or whatever. So right now with the new version, event organizers can pay the fee, the $75 fee online, and they can open the registration right away. No need to send email to someone, wait for me, or whatever. I will show that later because this is already old event. I cannot show this here, but I will show it a little bit later. Another change, when the event is in test mode, if the registration is not yet open, and you or your people that are helping you for the setup, the registration, if you're testing the event, you will see banner on the top that this is test registration. And even if when you receive the confirmation email, it will say, okay, this is test registration. The registration is not open official. So this is the new things. All these things are related to the event organizers. So we're done with that. Any questions?
No, just to say, Vito, we're at an hour and 10 minutes now. So
Yeah.
Maybe if you have any new features still to demonstrate,
Pretty much the new features. There are a couple of things, a few changes for the participants. The calendar links, I already explained that. There is a partial load of the events, which is not that critical, is not that important. The new sign-in workflow for the OUSA members. The Neon, they are changing their API, so the way it works is changed. The other change is back and continue during the registration between the pages. The old version wasn't working correctly. Sometimes if you go back during your registration, you will lose some of your data. The new version, it's that part is improved. And of course, the Venmo payment, it's something new. it's up to you if we can continue or if you want to, I don't know.
Well, Ruth and Chuck have raised their hands. Presumably they have something, questions or comments. So we'll at least hear them.
Okay, this is Ruth. My question is about cloning. If you clone, can you clone an old format registration and end up with the new one?
Yes, there is no old or new, except couple of things like the zero order. But in general, yes, you can.
Okay,
The
thanks.
old and the new events, or the other, to put this other way, the events that are created with the old version are compatible with the events created with the new version.
Thank
Okay,
you.
my idea was, we were out of time, but my idea was to create a couple of simple events. It's up to you if you want to continue. John, what do you think? Should we continue a little bit longer, or? I'm okay with.
Sorry, Chuck, you have a question too?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just discovered yesterday that the public registration URLs have changed.
Yes.
And I see that the registration URL redirects to the new format, but the registration list URL doesn't redirect. So I'm not an event creator. I'm a webmaster that creates links to these data, and I'm puzzled as to how I should have known that the links changed format.
I believe the old links, they should work, or if they don't, I can fix that. I mean, there was a special function in the new version to accept the old links.
The old link to register does redirect. The old link for the registration list fails.
Oh, okay. I will take a look. I will fix that.
Thank you. But
Okay, I see. Sarah is also
we're
reporting the same.
supposed to know about such changes, or is the intention that they will be transparent?
Yeah, they should be. The intention was to be transparent. That was my mistake. I messed up something with the list, registration list links. I will fix that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think with that, we'll declare an end to the forum officially. If Vito is willing to stick around and talk to people for a bit longer, I see there's at least one new hand raised. But no.
I'm okay with stay longer.
Yeah, so people can stay to discuss this with Vito, but we'll let Matt wrap up his recording. And just to have it on the record, thank you very much, Vito, for explaining everything you've done. You can, of course, reach him by email with questions about how things work going forward.